Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Barakathum to the hopefully elect. This is just going to be a real quick. And what pretty much inspired me to do this video was a statement that a brother had made at this past camp this past Saturday. He had made this statement about how everyone wants to pretty much win with us, right? But they didn't want to suffer the losses that we took, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe one of the brothers was going into this account here. I'm gonna read in Numbers chapter 23. Numbers chapter 23. I'll start at verse 8. It says, "How shall I curse whom God have not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom the Lord have not defiled? Whom the Lord have not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations." Because pretty much, I think this was Balaam. Let me jump up real quick. Verse 1, it says, "And Balaam said unto Balak, Build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 oxen and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had spoken. And Balaam and Balak and Balaam offered on every altar a bullock and a ram. And Balaam said unto Balak, Stand by thy burnt offering, and I will go. Peradventure the Lord will come to meet me, and whatsoever he showeth me, I will tell thee." And he went to an high place. So basically, Balaam, he got this vision jumping back down. This heathen, the Lord gave this particular vision concerning our future, right? Jumping back down to verse 9 again, it says, from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. You see, because when that time comes, and ultimately when it's all said and done, and we're established in the kingdom, you see the scriptures talk about how we're not going to see war. All right, we're pretty much, man. The scriptures go into how we're going to have quietness. Like I said, we're not going to have to worry about warfare. All right, we're not going to have to worry about anything in our kingdom, man. You see, we're going to be at true. We're going to have true peace and true rest. True quietness. You see, verse 10, it says, "Who can count the dust of Jacob and the number of the 4th part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like this." Because again, the Lord showed Balaam this vision, basically concerning our end. How this is. He basically showed, like I said, man. The Lord showed Balaam our future. And how it's going to be for us. Like I said, we're going to be living in true quiet, true rest, quietness. We're going to be at peace. All right. You're going to be decked out and just, everything pertaining to the kingdom. All right. You see, he was shown these things, and he was like, look, man, I'd rather, let me die an Israelite, and unfortunately for these heathens. All right. Hey, you come back when you die, you're going to come back within your nation. All right. Within your bloodline, So, you're an Edomite. Hey, you're going to die. You die, you're going to come back as an Edomite. All right. You're a Moabite. You're going to die. You're going to come back as a Moabite. All right. If you're an Israelite, you die. You're going to come back as an Israelite. All right. You're going to come back as one of the 12 tribes. All right. You see, so that's how this works. That's how this operation of the Lord. That's how this works. You see, you can't die. You got these guys talking about being spiritual Israelites. All right. And the only such thing as a spiritual Israelite is an Israelite that's spiritual. All right. Because these guys, they try to, convert themselves, and basically they try to grab themselves in. Again, it don't work like that, man. Again, unfortunately for these heathens. All right. But nevertheless, again, he saw this vision concerning our end. All right. And he was like, man, I'd rather die. Let me die as an Israelite, man. Because again, what he saw, he was like, hey, listen, man, shit, because, hey, the kingdom is going to be very far-fetched, man. We're going to have new bodies, indestructible bodies, want to live forever, never going to get sick. All right. So on and so forth, man. You see, And again, he saw this. He's like, man, I'd rather be one of them. So going back to the point, these heathens, man, all these heathens, which the Lord's gonna end, all these heathens, they're gonna end up getting, judged for what they did to the Lord's people, because when it comes down to it, they all had their hand in our downfall. All right, they all, some way, shape, form, or fashion partook in our downfall, and the Lord's gonna judge them for that. The Lord's gonna deal with them for that. All right, he's gonna get them back for that, man. You see, but like I said, these heathens, man, like I said, they want to win with us, or like the brother said, they forgot how he said it exactly, but like I said, they want to win with us, but they didn't want to suffer with us. They didn't want to take the low with us. Matter of fact, before I get that, I'm gonna get this. I recently brought this out in a recent video, but I'll bring it out here again. All right, going into Moses, right? In Hebrews 11, because hey, our ending is going to be better than where we started. Our ending is going to be much better than from where we started, man. You see, so I'm gonna get this in Hebrews chapter 11. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 24 says, "By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season." Matter of fact, verse 26 it says, "Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward." And that reward, you see, we don't know the intricate details, because basically the reward is basically the kingdom, and all the perks that come with it. You see, all the perks that come with it, man. You see, and that's what we're fighting for. That's what we're waiting on. The hell with Esau and what he's got to offer. All right. You see, and Jake, 2/3, man, them thinking that this is the end all be all. They think that America is the end all be all, right? Hey, they strive to make it in this kingdom. Well, this is not the end all be all. All right. And again, this is why Moses, he was like, man, listen, I'd rather, because hey, Moses, he was put in a position, man. He had he had quite a position, right? But it said verse 24 again, it said by verse 24, "By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter." All right. So pretty much Moses, man, he gave up that lavish lifestyle that Jake looks for so much, Jake longs for so much in this society, right? Jake longed for status and clout, money and riches of fame, and all these things, right? This is what Jake longs for. Well, hey, Moses, and this is the spirit that the pretty much the hopeful elect were coming in. All right, like I said, the hell with this place. We don't want your money. We don't want the things pertaining to this place. You can have it. All right, and that's what we're saying. Jake, when it comes to Jake, 2/3, they can have this. They can have this place. Let them have it. All right. It says, verse 25, "Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season." Because you see, all this stuff is, it's only but for a moment. All right. Again, this is not the end all be all. All right. Everything that Jake longs for in their spirit. Listen, man, we're gonna get all that on the other side, man. We're gonna get all that on the other side. And when it comes down to it, we were put in America as a punishment. All right. We were put here as a punishment, and that's it. It's not gonna be like this forever. You see. So again, when it comes down to the money, the fame, and all this other stuff, man, again, we'd rather we pretty much we forsake all that. All right, so we'd rather just suffer this little season, suck it up, deal with it, deal with our chastening, deal with our chastisement. All right, and patiently wait for the kingdom, man. But going back to it, because again, the Lord's gonna judge these nations for what they did to the Lord's people. All right, they're not getting away scot-free. There's no being grafted in. If you're a heathen, there's no being grafted in. I'm a spiritual Hebrew Israelite. No, it don't work like that. So I'm gonna go to Amos chapter 9 and verse 12. Amos chapter 9 and 12. It says, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen, which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doeth this. You see, because that's not what I wanted, but nevertheless, it's good. It's good nevertheless, because Esau and all the other nations, like I said, all these nations, all the nations, all 18 heathen nations, all 17 heathen nations have had our partake in our downfall. So the fact that, hey, we're on the rise, we're coming up, and now everyone wants to join the winning team now, man. Because again, going back to the saying, hey, yeah, everybody, these nations, they want to win with us, right? But they didn't want to take the loss with us. They didn't, they didn't want to take the low with us. No, man, it don't work like that. And all you nations, all you heathens are going to end up becoming a possession. All right. Because what I wanted to get was this here in Obadiah chapter 1, verse 15. It says, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So again, y'all had us in slavery. Hey, y'all are going into captivity, man. All right. And that's how it's set up by default, anyways. All right. The nations by default, they were created to be our servants. That's just how the Lord set it up. That's how it's supposed to be by default. But again, we sinned. We went off. All right. And the Lord, hey, again, we were put in these different captivities. All right. Because, we kept going off, man, and hey, America, this is the last time that we got to, this is the last time the nation of Israel is going to be in captivity. All right. And from there, hey, the kingdom, man, the reward, I'm going to go to Daniel chapter 9. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our power to walk in his ways, which he set before us by his servants, the prophets. Yea, all Israel had transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him. So you see, them Deuteronomy 28 curses, man. All right, they hit us hard, man. Them curses hit us hard, man. You see, and that's how you identify who the children of Israel are, because these other nations, these other heathens, they don't go through what we go through. All right, and for those people scattered amongst these nations that suffer the curses, well, they're Israelites. All right, because part of the curses being that the Lord will scatter us amongst the other nations. So you have a lot of jakes that look like the other nations, talk like, act like, walk like, dress like, even speak the languages of these other nations, right? But even those jakes, even those jakes, man, going through the curses, because they're Israelites nevertheless. All right. Because, hey, one way or the other, if you're an Israelite, if your lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you're going to feel these curses no matter where you're at. All right. No matter who you are, no matter where you're at, if you're an Israelite, you're going to feel these curses. All right. So again, that's how you identify who the Israelites are. And like I said, to these jakes scattered amongst these nations that are, going through these curses, these different curses, right? Those are Israelites. All right. So yeah, again, by default, it was set up. The Lord set it up to where, these nations were supposed to be in servitude to the Israelites, but we sinned, we went off, we broke the oath, we broke the covenant. All right. So the Lord poured out his indignation upon us. All right. Well, hey, pretty much we're at the end of this thing now. And now the Lord's going to pour his indignation upon these heathens. They're going to get what they've got coming to them. You see? And so jumping to verse 12, or reading verse 12, it says, and he have confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. So no one went through more hell. No one caught more hell than the nation of Israel. All right. No one suffered more than the nation of Israel, man. You see? So again, hey, we had the ultimate from riches to rags story, where now we're in the time where we're going from rags to riches, the ultimate from rags to riches story. We're on a come up. All right. And again, these heathens, they want to join the winning team now, man. Again, y'all weren't with us when we were taking our L's when we took all the when we took our low men, y'all weren't with us. You weren't with me you weren't with me shooting in the gym, like the saying goes. Well, hey, you trying to join a winning team now? No, man, it don't work like that. Y'all gonna get dealt with, man. Y'all got, hey, the Lord, he's getting ready to pour out his wrath of his indignation upon you heathens. All right, and you got everything that you deserve everything that you've got coming to you. So, like I said, just real quick, hopefully this is edifying. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Bashem Shai Brakathum to the hopefully elect. Lord's will until next time. Shalom.